In this video, we're going to deal with sentence equivalence questions that are tricky. And the idea, or even the mantra here, is read carefully. And of course, once we read carefully, we want to follow the usual steps of looking for the clue and coming up with our own word. And you'll see that down here. And then, of course, finally, we want to make sure that the two words we choose are synonymous words or synonyms. So let's look at this. It's a long sentence equivalence question, so let's break it down. The space shuttle was finally able to launch after 3 weeks of inclement weather. The team of research scientists who had been anxiously awaiting to see whether the latest rocket edition would provide the propulsive benefits they had hypothesized. So, there's a lot of noise going on here. We just want to know about the research team here. What are they like? How are they feeling about this space shuttle launch that's been delayed? Well, they were anxiously awaiting. All these weeks, is it going to take off? Is it going to take off? And you have this inclement weather here. I underlined at the top. Inclement means unpleasant. You can infer that from context. And finally, it takes off after 3 weeks of bad weather. So if they were anxious, what's this liftoff of the space shuttle going to do? Well, it's going to take this anxiety here, and it's going to get rid of it. So it's going to lessen the anxiety. So we want a word here that means to calm down or to reassure, something of that nature. That's going to be our own word. Now, if we look here at the first word, it's infuriating. Now, this may be a very tempting answer choice, but if we read carefully, we know that they're actually happy that it finally took off because they had been anxiously awaiting. They wouldn't be infuriated that it was taking off. It seems like maybe they were infuriated before, but not now. So that's, again, a trap. Galvanizing. If something galvanizes you, it makes you stronger and it urges you on and gives you that extra energy and drive. But that's not necessarily what's going on here. We want a word that simply means to get rid of anxiety, and that word here would be mollified. That's our first answer. Agitating, again, is doing the opposite. They were already agitated. What agitated them was the delay, not the fact that it finally launched. Placating. Placating is a synonym with mollify. It means to soothe, lessen anxiety in this case. And finally, we have enervating. To enervate means to tire somebody out. So you may think, well, this whole idea, maybe it was just enervating for them. It was so tiring, even though it finally took off. And if you convince yourself of that interpretation, that's fine. But again, we need synonymous answers, and enervating is definitely not synonymous with placating and mollifying. So there are our final answers, mollifying and placating. Again, we read carefully, focused on the clue, came up with their own word, and then we went through the answer choices, making sure that those words in the end were synonyms. So let's try another one.